On our first episode of Scored, we take a deep dive into the work of Tom Holkenborg, otherwise known as Junkie XL. I'm Jason Acosta. Junkie XL started on the scene composing trance music, combining elements of psychedelic rock with pulse-pounding rhythmic beats. Then he really started to get noticed when he was asked to remix Elvis Presley's Little Less Conversation for Nike's 2002 World Cup commercial. And finally, he transitioned to scoring big blockbusters, working with composers like Hans Zimmer on Zack Snyder's DC films, just solely scoring the Godzilla vs. Kong movies. And inarguably his greatest achievements, his scores for the two recent Mad Max films. Including his latest project, Furiosa. Furiosa is the fifth film in the Mad Max franchise, serving as a spin-off prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, and centers on its titular character seeking revenge against a ruthless warlord for the death of her mother. This film is packed full of adrenaline-inducing action sequences, a stylish direction by George Miller, and grade A performances from Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth. Do you know what else is great? The extremely riveting and glorious music composed by Junkie XL. And I'm going to highlight exactly 3 tracks to show you why this album is an absolute must-listen. We're starting with the single titled Dementis is Gaining, track number 14 from the score. This track encapsulates everything that makes the music for the recent Mad Max film so badass. This plays during probably the best action sequence in the whole film, as the antagonist Dementis lays chase towards Furiosa and Praetorian Jack. The music is constantly escalating, relentlessly, and grabs you and hooks you in until the very last second. Just try to catch your breath. Junkie XL uses the synthesizer to emphasize the villainous sound of Dementis as it gains momentum. The violins and the war drums give it this immensely epic levity to the track. It perfectly matches the film's tone and vibe. Grand, chaotic, and just totally balls to the wall crazy. You can absolutely tell that Junkie hasn't lost its touch since 2015. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely adding this to my gym playlist. The second track is track number 7, entitled Wives' Quarters. Now, unlike the previous track we just heard, which was full of suspense and action, this one is somber and heartbreaking. This scene where she visits Immortan Joe's quarters and sees his harem of wives. Amidst the chaotic action and bombastic set pieces, this slows down to offer a sense of sadness and reflection. There are no other prevalent instruments apart from the violin, which tugs at the heartstrings and makes for such a beautiful piece of work. It helps the audience sympathize with not only Furiosa, but the 5 wives as well. It is a phenomenal track, so don't miss out on this one. The third and last track is the opening track entitled The Pole of Inaccessibility. Man, what a title. This starts off the entire album with a bang by blaring what sounds like an engine from a car to really get your heart racing. This plays during the opening prologue as it instantly sets the mood and tone for the film and lets you know what kind of world you're about to embark in. It features a snippet of one of the first lines of the film, with the narrator saying, "As the world falls around us, how must we brave its cruelties?" A powerful question that speaks volumes to not only the universe that Furiosa inhabits, but it also applies to the way our world is right now, and how we can still stand and endure its harsh cruelties. The track then ends with an atmospheric and haunting feeling as it lets you imagine the desolate wastelands and rough sands of this universe. I definitely think this lets you know what you're in store for. And that's a wrap. I'm Jason Acosta. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be seeing you next time here on Scored. Catch you later.